Clear. We have an important case. This is also one important case. And why this thing is going to happen? Because of runtime operation. All this example is depend upon this nodes, and we will understand this nodes first. Then again I will come and I will explain this. Because of runtime operation, if there is any changes in content means you are passing now a string as a argument, right? A string value, double quotes. If any content is going to change, then what happens? Then a new object will be created in the heap area. What I want to tell you, I have written a string s equal to Java, small case. Okay, now this is small case Java I have written. So one object is created inside this heap area. I took this literal, okay, a string literal. So one object is created in the string constant pool area. Okay, someone what he did, they want to change this content. That string they have converted into the uppercase. Then what happened? Any changes happen in the content might be object present in heap area or object present in SAP area. If the content will change in the heap area or SAP area, the new object will be created only in heap area. Again I am going to repeat this word, and this is important. A string is there that is called a string literal. I am giving the string literal. A string s equal to a small Java. I have written double quotes. So this is the content. I am telling what is the content. So what happened? One object is created in a string constant area, and s will point to that object. Somebody want to change that content. They have given two uppercase method, and then what happened? A string is going to change, content is going to change. Then one new object will be created in heap area. Okay, in heap area one object is created, and s1 is going to s is pointing to that object. Again s that content want to change. Okay, then heap area we have now capital Java. Again someone going to change that content in the lower case. Then what happened? Again new object will be created inside this heap area, not in SAP area. So if any changes happen in the object present in the heap area or SAP area, the new object always created inside this heap area, not in SAP area. But content will change in any side, heap or SAP, but must be new object will be created. So same thing I have written. Because of runtime operation, if there is a change in the content, then a new object will be created on the heap area. If there is no changes in the content, then existing object will be reused. No changes, then existing object will be reused. A new object won't be created. Whether the object present in the heap or SAP, rule is same. So understand this concept by using this code. Okay. Little bit confusion for this topic, but if you will concentrate, there is no confusion. Okay, and this is very important. So we have a new keyword. Then if you are creating the object, then object having the new keyword, creating the string object. New keyword means one object is created in heap area and one object is created in SAP area. So we'll go and we have heap area. Okay, this is heap and this is string constant pool area. Now new keyword means two objects will create. one inside this heap area and one in SAP area. Inside this heap area and SAP area, what is the content here? We have a content, a small Java. Then here the small Java is there. It's very difficult to write here, but we have to understand the concept. Okay, so we have a small Java. So now S1 will point heap, right? So these all the things I already discussed in the last session. Now what I am going to do in the next line of the code, S1 dot uppercase. This is the lowercase and I am going to change in the uppercase. Then what happens? This content is going to change, right? So rules is telling if any content is going to change, one new object will be created inside this heap area. Then what happens? Again here one new object will create. Here we have a capital Java. Okay, so now we have S2. So this is your S2. Okay, so content is going to change, one new object is created. Now we have you can see S3 dot lowercase. Lowercase means there is no content is going to change, right? No content is going to change. S1 dot lowercase, then it will point same object S3. Okay, so this is a basic example. Any content is going to change, new object will be created inside this heap area. If there is no content change, then existing object we will use. Here we have a one more twist, we will see in the next example. Okay, so value here what will come, S1 equal to S3. We can see S1 equal to not S3, S2. Content is also same and object is also same, sorry, different. Then what happen? The value will come false. So any if definitely if we will go in the interview, they will ask this type of the question or they will ask logical question. A string must be there in interview. If they are not asking the string handling, you understand this guy doesn't have a proper knowledge in the Java and they don't have experience to take the interview. Okay, so you will go in the interview, 100% a string handling will be there, definitely. Okay, so if you will grab all the concept, then come on the logical part. How to reverse the string, how to count the duplicate character, how to delete the duplicate character. So all the things will come in the logical part. This is your conceptual part, concept. So there are every topic having the two part, concept and logic. So concept they are asking, they will check only few questions. Up concept, overriding, runtime polymorphism, compile time polymorphism. Interface, another concept. Okay, after they will ask the basics of concept, method, why constructor, and blocks, why we use this block, control flow. So these are the basics. Why main method, why what is SOPLN. So this is your 0 level of interview question. And your second level of interview question is your UP concept complete, overriding, abstraction, interface. So this is your second level. Third level is come from the completely collection, and as a automation tester they won't be asked too much in collection. They can ask only difference, but we should not keep on the depend upon this differences. List, set, linked list, hash set, okay, map, hash map. So these are the only words, and what is this and what is the difference. Service based, and if you will go in the product base, they will come on the code. Okay, So we have to keep ready for all the things, and we don't want to miss any opportunity. And now these days calls are very less, so we should not give any chance to regret yourself, if I will if before I completed this I will not miss this interview. Anyone is going to attend the interview now in this batch? Anyone started interview or already attend the interview?
I started, you know that.
Yeah. Okay. You are in USA, right? You are staying in US.
Yes.
So US having the different level and India having the different level. But concept and questions are almost same, right?
Yeah,
Similar,
like
right?
Friday I have
Yeah.
interviewed. They're gonna call me from India.
Oh, yeah. You have pinged me.
So this is the third interview that I attended. They called me from India.
Okay. So all are calling from India now?
Not all, like
Okay.
depends on the company. You know, it's a
Okay,
Verizon.
different.
So IBM did it from India. Verizon is on Friday. They are doing it from India.
What type of the question they were asking in the CoreJava? Like,
You just mentioned the polymorphism, runtime, and compile time. They asked for exception handling. They asked for in Selenium. They asked for how to handle multiple window.
yeah, so
expand.
I think what they are asking the question, if you will complete my syllabus and keep the ready, you guys able to crack the interview, right? So,
Yes.
Yeah, so she is from USA, staying in the US. Okay guys, so you can think the what is your level. So there is no difference between, you have a knowledge, that's it. And one more thing, if you guys are going to attend the interview, rejecting in the interview, find the where you have a lackness, where you did not complete and did not practice this. Yeah, 5% and 10% is luck is matters. I have seen the people, they are ready for everything but still rejecting in the HR round, or calls are not coming. So we should not care about of this. We should care about I have to become the master of this, that's it. Because if you will regret yourself, then your day is going to simple, you're wasting your time. So keep on, okay, my level is Java is like that, more another level, huge thing is there. Take the code somewhere in the website and do the logical program. Okay, so like that you can make this and definitely will get. I think before you have also attended the interview, now you are going to attend it, you are seeing some differences or getting the confidence.
Yeah, of course. Like before, I never like to go to face because in America you can actually go for with the webcam. Last time I started working, I never went with the webcam. This is the first time. I went 3 times face-to-face interview.
Okay.
But,
so keep on doing the practice. Yeah.
One thing that if they can ask you about what is a class, just don't give the answer in one line. As much as you know about the class, say it, and that's what we need to practice more.
Yes. I think that's why I have made this notes, standard notes. Okay. So the more content I am going to try to give, because in the automation testing profile, they are not exploring Java too much.
Yeah, but all the people gonna say, okay, class is a blueprint of an object. Most of the people gonna say that. How you gonna make yourself different from others? That's the important part.
Yeah. So I'm also trying to give some real time thing, whatever we are using the thing. So what happened? No, it's make the visibility of the code, what's actually going to happen. Okay, so that thing will come, then you explore day by day, explore yourself like that. If you will keep on doing the practice, and I will tell you some website also for doing the practice for the code also. Okay, so
please do that. That is very important. I didn't know if there is a website to practice the code. Please share with us. Okay.
Yeah, I said, right, I have to tell you the process. First, complete the logical, basics, because whatever the thing I given the guidance in YouTube video, same thing I will repeat here. Okay, so better to go through that, and after that, because the code and logic you can develop. Okay, logic every people having the different mindset, but you have a little bit direction. Okay, how to develop your logic. So I explained all the things for basic stuff, and then I said that Java, Java concept of the day, that I think website they have blocked, but I copy paste all the things and keep on my Google Drive. So I shared you, just they having the basics question, go through that basics. And another way I'll tell you, logical we have a many. If you will search on the Google, you will get more code, like reverse the string, we will get it many codes. Okay, we have a YouTube channel also, type the logical, because I'm telling you, every people having the different way to explain the things. I having the different way. I'm not telling I am perfectly complete, and I will, but I am trying my side in my level, means try my level best in my side. You guys will grab all the things. Okay, so like that you can, and make it a habit. Logical is little bit, we have to go too far, or I don't want to do this, but it will take, if you will make the habit, just try from my video. Okay, logical, if you will stuck somewhere, logical videos, let me know. Okay, I'm not getting time to, but I have to make, I having, I was, but I have to explore this all the things. I having the some question, but I already made this programming question. This programming I did myself only, and some of the logic I took somewhere and I did a dry run. I made this my logic myself, but I am not satisfied with my logic. I am searching the another logic how the other people did. So like that I am also exploring. I will share this document also. Okay, so when I was free, I am doing myself and keeping my logic in my Google Drive. So okay, I will also try to make it the session also, some of the question how to explore this. So I will make it. Okay, so this is, I'll go through once and repeat all the things whatever I had discussed. So because of runtime operation, if object is present in the SAP or heap area, if any content is changes, the new object will be created in heap area. This is the concept we have to follow, that's it. So same thing happened with here, right? So here S1 equal to S2, both objects are different and content are also different. Then what happened? The value is coming false. S1 equal to S3, value is coming true, because the same object they are pointing and content is also same. Okay, so this is the one question. We'll explore this and you guys will help me to do this. This is the important. Same thing I did here. Okay, so just I want to explore again all the things, how this is going to work. Okay, okay, so now again I will start this new file. So we have a heap area and SAP area, and string constant full area. Then again I will go through this. So we have a again new, means one object will be created in heap area and one object is created in SAP area. So S1, I think this is, I have written S1, right? S1, then we have a small Java and we have a capital, sorry, a small one. Then S1 will point this. Now again I will check any content is going to change or not. You can see this content is again going to change to uppercase. Then what happened? New object will be created in heap area. Anywhere content is going to change, then new object will be created in heap area. This is your capital Java. If content is not changed, then what happens? Same object will point, existing object will point. It won't be create new object. If any content is going to change, then new object only created. If content is not changed, then what happens? Same s1 dot lowercase, content is not going to change, then this s3 will point here. Okay, so we'll come again, s2 dot lowercase. Okay, again the content is going to change, s2 dot lowercase. So what is the s2? s2 having the capital Java. Again I am going to change, then again what happens? New object will be created, because again the content is going to change. So again new object will be created here, small Java. But in this example you will learn new concept here. I will tell you what is this. First we will learn the basics, what I am going to discuss. Just we have to follow this. S4 dot uppercase. So this is your S4. S4 we having the lowercase. Again someone is going to change this content to uppercase. This all the things will not comes under in your real time working. This will help to crack your interview. Okay, to having this lowercase, then what happened? S4 is going to again change it. The new object will be created and S5 will point here. This is your S5. This is your capital Java. Okay, so this is the concept. Now we'll find this output S1 equal to S4. So where it is, sorry, S3 and S4. S3 and S4. What the output will come? Okay, what the output will come? If you guys will think, then what the output will come here? True or false? You have a two options.
True.
True, right? Okay, let's see. Someone is telling true. Okay, so let's see. We have a S1 equal to S3. S1 equal to S3. Here the value will come what? True or false?
This is true and the previous one is false.
This is true. Why it will false?
Because there is no change in the value, so we have pointed to the same one.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. It will come true and it will come false. I don't know your name. I don't know who is this. Your name?
Tejasvi.
Okay, Tejasvi. Okay. Okay, let's see. This thing will also explain. Okay. Now, this is having the confusion of true and false. And this will come true definitely, because the content is same, an object and a reference is also pointing the same content. So definitely it will come true, no doubt at all. S5 equal to S3. S5 and S3. So this is also come false, because object is different and content is also different. Definitely it will come false, right? But confusion is there. This S1 and S1 equal to S4, right? S1 equal to this S1 equal to S3 equal to S4. First one, S3 and S4. So we'll execute first. Okay, we will do execute and all the values coming false. S1 equal to S3. Okay, S3. Oh no. This is not S1 and S2, right? S1 and S3. That is no, it won't become, because I have written S1 equal to S3, S2 equal to S3, and S3 equal to S3. So we can say, and I have one more. I will tell you. This was not confused. I will tell you the reason why this is coming false. And now S1 equal to I did not retain here this S3. Okay, here the value will come true. I did not check, that's why I am telling you that will call true, but
colon.
yes. Here the value is coming true and all this object is value is coming false. If you will guess something, then you will get why this coming the false. Before I was telling content, that diagram I have completed. Why this output is coming false? Because S1, S3 and S4 having the same content, but still the value is coming false, and others is also coming false. The content is also what? Different, then value is coming false. What is the reason? And if you will guess one thing, S1 equal to S3, the value is coming true. I am giving the hint, some hint here. If you will find this, why this coming, why this is coming. Okay, I have did in this example, I was also before confused why it is coming. Before we have seen, right, if content is same, object is different and content is same, the value is coming true, but here the value is coming false. Same content but object is different. Where is this code? Okay, so here is your answer. I asked to one Java developer, this confusion will come. I was also confused a little bit. One of my colleagues is a Java developer. I asked same question. He was also searching on the Google. Okay, he tried before, tried to get this answer, but he was also confused why this is coming like that. Okay, so we should not confuse of our concept. So Java provided everything, reason why this is going to happen. So if you will compare here, okay, so let's make it this. Okay, I will make it this diagram. Okay, we'll repeat once this diagram, no problem. If we are not able to see this, so first we'll understand this code, then again I will come on this code. So what is my understanding and whatever I found the solution for this code? If the content is having same content and pointing the same object, S1 and S3 is pointing in this example, S1 and S1 equal to S3 is pointing same object and content is also same. That's why this value is coming was true. What content is going to change from one object to another object, then what happened? We have a two object, right? Content is same, but what happened? The object is different, right? So they are not pointing to same object. So that's why in all the conditions the value is coming false, and only S1 equal to 3, the value is coming true. Content is also same, that's why the object is pointing, same object is pointing S1 and S3. And another condition we have seen, content is also same, changing, because of changing same content, okay, S3 or S4, you can take anyone, then what happened? The content is same but object are different. Got it? So that's why this value is coming false. So someone will ask, can you give me the exact reason for this? So we have an exact reason. Okay, so let's see what the out if and SAP. So here I have created two objects. I have created two objects, S1 and S2. So one object is created here. Let's see this code. I have given this clue of this code. Then Java and Java. Okay, so now this S1, one object is created here, and okay, and we have a one more object. Okay, one object and one new object will be created, right? Okay, this content is same, right? We have to change the content, otherwise new keyword is there, then what happened? One more object is created. Okay, we should not confuse this. So S2. Hey, we should not confuse. I was little bit confused here. New keyword is there, object is created, right? We have, or in the first session I have discussed, new keyword means definitely object is created. Here I am changing the content. That's why that concept is different. But we have a new keyword, then what happened? Always new object is created. I think you got a little bit confused, but I will give you the conclusion for all what I want to tell you here. Okay, we should not worry about this. This is the S2. The confusion, what is going to happen? The content is same, S1 and S2, okay, but still the output should coming the false. What is the reason? So this reason I have mentioned here. This S1 and S2 having the different hash code. This object having the different hash code, and this object having the different hash code. I think you guys are little bit confused, but we should not confuse. We have to stick on our concept. Just we have to understand this code, then again I will come on this code, then we will understand. What I am going to discuss in the first lecture, or starting a string, I told you if any new object, if you are creating the string by using the new keyword, one object will create in the heap area always. Content is the same or content is different, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can see this code and this code having the different. I have created only one time this object. Now I am going to only change this content. Okay, but in this case I have created two string object with the same content. Then I am going to compare this S1 equal to S3, sorry S2. Okay, why this output will come false? Because we having the different object. Different object means different hash code. What happened before? What is going to happen when I was going to do dry run this code? I was using this S1 dot now. Before I was not using IdentityHas code. I was using this S1, this hash code only. So that confusion was there. Okay, if I will use s1.hashcode and s2.hashcode, see what the hashcode value will come. You can see this is the confusion. Okay, confusion was there. Hashcode content is same, and hashcode is also same, but value is coming false. Why? So this is your answer for this. Why all this value was coming false? So same question I asked to my colleague. He is the Java developer. He is also working now also in my company only. So he was confused. I was also confused. Then I told to him why this is coming. I have given this guy told me no, this value will come true. I said no, that is false only. But why we were searching the region, but hashcode is same and content is also same? That was the confusion. Okay, so we have one more method that is called IdentityHas code. Why I found this? We were getting this, the confusion was there, content is also same, okay, and hashcode number is also same. That was the big confusion for me before. So why this value is coming false? This should become true, but why it is coming false? That was the confusion. But I searched this problem. So we have one more method. Okay, let's see. Both method will execute. IdentityHas code. IdentityHas code is a method which is available in the system class. So if I will execute this code is not I added in my notes, but I will add it. Okay, so here you can see this IdentityHas code having the different number. Okay, so here hash code is giving the same hash code number, but this IdentityHas code has given this. So here what the conclusion of this, we have two object. Okay, so same thing, you can prove by this code or we can prove by this code, because here we are also getting the false. Why? What is the reason? And here we are also getting the false. Then simple, what is the conclusion of this all this concept? We have a same object, right? Sorry, different object, same content. When you are using double equal operator, okay, so it is not comparing this content. It is we have a two object, and simply this is the two object. That concept we already know, but when I was using this double equal hash code, then we were getting the same. But I found this, this type of the example I search on the Google and I read from there. So they have huge IdentityHas code, because every object having the hash code. Okay, so let's see. I am going to also execute this one only. So what the output will come? So it is comparing object, not a content. Okay, it is printing only Java. I try to print this, what the output will come? Okay, SOPLN. So it is also printing only Java. I thought it will print some different number or what, but it was printing Java. So if I will print both, then what happened? Content is also coming the same. But confusion was there, why it is coming false. So that's why I searched this code in all this, spending the time and finding the solution why it is coming, because we having the different object. So this is code is very important to understand this concept. I think you got some idea about this, why it was coming false. We have already seen, right? We have already seen content is same, object is different. So what happened? It is we have a two object. Okay, so it is comparing what? Object. How to identify this? So this is your proof. If you will tell me, I will explain this code once for diagram.
Sir, explain.
Okay. Because you should. Do you have any doubt of this code? Otherwise, not able to understand this code. This code. Any doubt is there? Oh, where it is? This code. Any doubt is there? I will explain this one. If you having the any doubt, again I will explain. Because if you will not understand this one, not understand this one. So we should understand first this one. Tell me, I will explain once. No worry.
Yes, please, can you explain?
Okay, sure. Okay, so in a starting, okay, so this was my code. Okay, so in the starting lecture we have already given this point. I think you guys remember or not. Every concept is same if you will read, and example is also different, but what happened, little bit confusion is there if you will read one time. Definitely I am telling you, when I was learning also I am getting this confusion, but I repeated the concept and executing the code once and trying to understand. So like that grab will come. Okay, so we should stick with whatever I am telling. Okay, here object creation in SAP is optional. Okay, heap and SAP, a string is equal to new string content, then one object will create in heap area and one object is created in SAP area. Then that thing I have mentioned, object creation in a string constant full area is first it will check there is any object already present in the required content. If object is already present, then existing object will be reused. If object is already available, then only new object will be created, but rule is applicable for only SAP, not in heap area. Same thing I have already explained this, right? New means one object will be created in the heap area, but it will check in the SAP area in any existing object is there or not. If the existing object is there, then what happens? Existing object will be reused in the SAP. Okay, applicable only for SAP, not for heap area. Again I will go through this code because I have to remind this concept, otherwise confusion will be there. Okay, so what happened here? So we have a two area here. Heap is already there, but this Java people have given the special area for string class. So string class having the special area that is called SAP area. So here what is the okay, so we should understand this, and this is the theory I have given this, but I am reminding once this because this confusion will come. So what happened? New means when you are using this new keyword, one object will create in SAP and one object will create in heap area. So now one object will create in heap and one object is created in SAP. So now this S1 will point this heap area. Okay, so we have a Java and this is also Java. Okay, so now S1 will point here. Again we have a new keyword, creating the another object by using new keyword. So what I have mentioned here, object creation in SAP is optional. Then I am going to create second object with new keyword with same content. Then I have already mentioned here SAP is optional. First it will check there is any object already present in required content. Means if the content is same already present in the SAP area, there is it won't be create a new object in the SAP area. But if you are using this new keyword, then always object will be created in the heap area. So I have already mentioned here, in SAP is optional, it will check there is any object already present in required content. If object is already present, then existing object will be reused. This is I am speaking about of SAP, not heap. Okay, if object is already not available, then only new object will be created in SAP. Same content is there in the SAP. If content will change, then only object will create in SAP. But this rule is applicable for only SAP, not for heap. Heap means if you are creating new, means always new object will create here. The content will check in the SAP, not in the heap. So we have a S2. Okay, we have a S2 Java. Okay, here no, it won't be create the object. Same object is already there, so it will reused here because content is same in SAP, not in heap. Again, I am going to create another object with new keyword. New keyword means always new object will be created. New object will be created again in heap. Okay, so now we have same object, right? Same content, sorry, content is same, you can see this same. I am using Java, so already heap, sorry, in the SAP already there. So what happened, this, sorry, this is your S5. If you will give the answer, now you will understand this concept. Otherwise I will explain one more time, no problem at all. We have to understand the concept, that's it. If I will repeat 10 times, not able to understand, again I will understand. We have to understand anyhow, that's it. The people made the new language and technology, at least we are able to understand the concept. We have a capability, right? So I will repeat the thing, don't worry about that. Don't hesitate. If you will not understand, all are your friend here, no one is genius here. Okay, so we will explore our knowledge, that's it. Okay, so we have a, what happened, Java, then already in SAP already there, so won't we create in SAP. Now if you will give the answer, then you will understand this concept, otherwise I will repeat once. This is the string literal. My question is, this S3 will point in which area? SAP area, in heap area, or any new object will be created? Tell me. This S3 string literals, if you revise the string concept, then you will able to give the answer. SAP new object will create?
Yeah. It's already existing, so no.
No, right?
No, it will be reused.
Reuse. Why? Because this is your what? This is your a string literal. A string literal means the object is only created in the SAP. If object is already there, then it will reused. So it will point to, S3 will point to here, and S4 will also point to here. That's it. This is your concept. So same thing I am going to apply with this code. So what I did here, I did same concept I am going to repeat, but I am going to find this output of this. If you are comparing with the double equal operator here. So we have a heap. You guys guide me this, how will we create this object? Okay, so we have a two object by using new keyword S1 and S2. Then what happened? One object will create in the heap and one object will create in SAP. Content are same, right? So we have a small Java. This is your Java, and here also. This concept is very important. Many people are confused. Okay. Again we have a what? New. Then what happened? One object only created in heap area, right? Not in SAP, because same
It would be
content.
reused.
Okay, Java. No, there is, I'm not going to create any SCP because already SCP is there, right? So in the new, when you are writing this new keyword, creating an object by using this a string, then always new object will be created in heap. So what was the confusion? If you will compare s1 equal to s2, the value was coming false. Okay, value was coming false. When I was trying to find this hash code, if the value will come false, this hash code will also come, different, right? So that's why this value is coming false. But I was getting the same hash code. This is the problem. Then I was also trying to print this object. Okay, this object I was going to print. Then what happened? I was getting same output, Java, you can see. Okay, but still it is coming false. Okay, you can see. We can find the output from this content, or we can find the output from what? Hash code. But in the both case, this is coming same value, and the output is coming here false. Okay, so internally what is happening here? We have a one more. I will send you this code also. Okay, my notes is not there, I will also add. So I found this solution. We have a one more method called IdentityHas code and system.IdentityHas code. This method is not coming from, this method is coming from the system class. So when I'm going to print this s1 and s2, then we were getting this different hash code. Might be in this type of the question will come. Okay, so use this IdentityHas code. Okay, so now here I am able to find the solution. So that's why this value is coming what? False, because we have a different object. S1 and S2 having the different object. This is your hash code is different, and this is your hash code is different. So this was the, that is the, this is your conclusion of this code. This is not pointing the content. It is having the two object, and it comparing with object, not a content. Now, are you able to understand this code? This one is clear, then this one is also clear. Do you have any doubt regarding this code?
No, I'm good. No.
Okay, understand, right? So today, okay, so again I am coming with this. So now what we have learned in this code and in this concept, any content is going to change. This content is available in heap area or SCP area. Always new object create in the heap area, not in SCP. Might be one object is present in heap and one object is present in SCP. If someone is changed the content in the SCP area, the new object will be created in the heap area. If someone is going to try to change the content in heap area, then object will also create inside this heap area only. Any place the content is going to change, object will be created inside this heap area only. So this is your conclusion of this concept. So we'll come on this. Okay, so now we'll come on this, and again so if you are exploring your knowledge will also explode. Okay, so pick the person who knows the Java. Okay, ask them to the question and try to explain them. It will enhance your presentation skill. The people who is interested, your colleague, your friend, hey, you know this concept, could you explain? And don't tell to them I am perfect, I know very well. Never show your talent. Just tell to them, no, this is not going to happen like that. I have learned somewhere. This is going to happen this and give them to proof of them. This is the proof with code. Then this guy, another friend or your colleague will also show the interest with you. Hey, could you share some few knowledge of and take the topics and explore, so this will increase your presentation skill. So I was also doing the same, but sometimes it is not good for me. Okay, so what happened, new keyword is there, then one object will create in the heap area and one object will be created in the SCP area. So now we have this Java and we have here this Java. This S1 will point here. That's it. This is the simple concept. I told you content is going to change. Yes, S1 dot uppercase, then lowercase going to convert into the uppercase. This content is going to change. Then object will create here. Then it will point. This is your S2 and this is your capital Java. Okay, that's it. Let's see another line of the code. S2 dot lowercase. So no, I missed this one, right? 1 second. Yeah, I missed this one, sorry. This one I did, right? Now S2 dot lowercase. S2 dot lowercase. Any content is going to change? No, there is no content is going to change. Then this will point this one. That's it. That's 3. Okay, let's see. S2 dot lowercase. S2, let's see what is the S2. Yes, S2 is the uppercase. Now I am going to change in the lowercase. So let's what is S4, right? Yes, S4. So it is going to change because this is the uppercase. I am going to change this lowercase. Oh, this is not coming. Yes, then sorry, Java. So this is my lowercase. So this is your S4. Again, any changes is there? Yes. Again, S4 is going to change in the uppercase. Yes. Then again, what happened? Object will create, and this is your capital Java. Okay. Now this is your uppercase and S5. Okay. Now S1 equal to S4. S1 and S4. This is okay. So now what the output will come? True or false? S1
False.
false. I think I should not explain, you guys will give the answer, right? So the value will come false. S1, S2 equal to S3, S2 or S3, this one. Okay, I think I cannot change this color. Later we'll see. S1, oh sorry, what is this? S1 equal to S2 equal to S3, S2 and S3, where it is? Yes, this is S3 only, right? And S2. What the output will come here? False, right? Confusion? Any confusion is there?
Yes.
S2? Huh?
No.
No, right? So this is false. Now again will come. S5 equal to S3. S5. This is S5 and this is your S3. Then what the output will come?
False.
False. Okay, now we have a S1, S3 equal to S4. Then what the output will come? S1 equal to S3. One object pointing.
False.
Why false? S1 and S3 is pointing same object.
S1 equal to S3.
Yes, pointing same object. this is pointing same object and true, right? Has code is same.
True.
Has code is same here only.
True, true.
So output will come true. Now you have any doubt regarding this code?
No.
Anyone having any doubt? All of you able to understand?
Yes.
I'm asking other people. Guys, everyone clear for this concept, because this is the important for your interview, and this type of the question they can definitely ask. So that's why I'm asking. I don't want to fail someone in the string handling. Very interesting topic if you know the concept. Okay. If you are still having the doubt, coming